My beloved child, I speak to you now in the quiet chamber of your heart, where no distractions can drown out my voice. I see the yearnings that stir in the depths of your soul, those silent prayers you whisper in moments when you believe no one is listening. I have heard every cry and gathered every tear. In the stillness, I invite you to lay your worries before me. Let my words wash over you like a gentle river, cleansing your fears, renewing your spirit, and awakening your faith. I am the one who formed you and breathed life into your being. Before you ever spoke your first word, I knew your every thought, desire, and dream. Even when you question your worth, I see boundless beauty and potential within you. Even when you doubt your direction, I have already laid out a path abundant in hope and promise. Come, step closer, and let me draw you into my eternal embrace. I want you to know that no matter how far you roam, I remain steadfast by your side. My love cannot be extinguished by mistakes or overshadowed by doubt. It is a flame that burns brighter than the sun, warming even the coldest corners of your heart. When life feels overwhelming and you struggle to see the way ahead, remember that I am the light guiding you. Trust that my presence never fades. The path may seem uncertain at times, but trust me when I tell you I have gone before you. I have seen the obstacles that might discourage you. I have seen the disappointments that threaten your hope, and yet I call you onward. Do not measure the future by the darkness you see now. Instead, rest in my promise that dawn always follows even the longest night, and hope is never extinguished for those who believe. There are moments when your heart feels weighed down by sorrows you cannot fully articulate. You sense aches that words cannot capture. In such moments, I want you to remember, I am intimately aware of every silent struggle. When the world cannot see your pain, I see it clearly. Where others may pass by unaware, I linger with you. I wrap you in a compassion that can heal wounds no human hand can mend. My child, let that truth comfort you. I have not abandoned you to navigate these trials alone. I am here as near as your very breath, offering solace that transcends the chaos of life. When you feel too weary to continue, I will carry you. When despair whispers that you cannot endure another day, I speak to your heart and declare that you are capable in my strength. Listen closely as my spirit whispers peace into your restless mind. I want you to know that you are precious beyond measure. Your identity rests not in the fleeting opinions of others, nor in accomplishments that fade with time, but in the unshakable truth that you are mine. I crafted you with purpose, intention, and care. I desire your well-being more deeply than you can ever comprehend. In my eyes, you are not just a creation, but a beloved child worthy of infinite tenderness and grace. When you stumble, my hand reaches out to steady you. When you feel lost, I illuminate your path. When you falter, I remind you of your true identity in me. Yes, you face challenges and temptations, for the world is imperfect, but trust that my grace is sufficient for every obstacle. Rely on me, and you will find that even the fiercest storms lose their power to destroy your spirit. There is a longing in every human heart to be seen, valued, and understood. This longing is woven into your very nature, because I placed it there, that you might seek me and find wholeness in my presence. For too long you may have searched for fulfillment in external validations, hoping another person's admiration or a worldly achievement would mend the emptiness inside. Yet these pursuits, though they may sparkle, fade quickly and leave you thirsting for more. Hear me now. I am the living water that quenches every thirst. I am the bread of life that satisfies every hunger. In me, you will find rest for your soul, a rest that does not waver with shifting circumstances. In me, you discover a love that does not desert you when your flaws are exposed. It is a love so deep and transformative that it heals your hidden wounds and restores the broken fragments of your past. When you face temptations that whisper lies, remember who I am. I am faithful and unchanging, a constant source of protection and wisdom. The world offers illusions of happiness, and your heart may be enticed to chase after fleeting pleasures. But these illusions, once grasped, slip away like mist in the morning light, leaving emptiness behind. Instead, cling to me, and I will guide you toward lasting joy. The path may not always be easy, but it leads to true freedom. You were created for more than mere survival. You were designed to flourish in my presence. Lift your eyes to the hills from where your help comes. Know that even in the desert I bring forth streams of living water. In barren places, I create gardens of renewal. Where others see impossibility, I see an opportunity to display my glory. Look up and see the mountains move at the sound of my voice. I call you to trust, not only in the gentle days when the sun is shining and the breeze is calm, but also in the fierce storms when the skies are dark and the wind howls with threatening force. It is in the tempest that your faith is tested and refined. When everything around you shakes, I am the rock that stands firm. When the waves crash against your spirit, I am the anchor that secures your hope. Let go of the fear that paralyzes you. Surrender the weight of your anxieties and open your heart to the possibility that I am working all things for your good. Though it may be difficult to see in the present moment, there will come a time when you look back and understand that even in your darkest hour, I was orchestrating a story of redemption and triumph. Believe me when I say I am the great author, and your life is an unfolding narrative of grace. In this world you may encounter rejection, prejudice, and heartache. Human imperfection often leads to misunderstandings and betrayals, but do not allow these experiences to define your worth. Remember that I accepted you long before you did anything to deserve acceptance. My love is not contingent upon your performance. It does not dissolve in the face of your mistakes. Even if others walk away, I remain. Even if you think you have strayed beyond my reach, my arms are always extended to welcome you back. Let this be your assurance. I do not abandon those who seek me with sincerity. You are never too broken, never too tarnished, never too far for my grace to restore. When you grasp this reality, the words of condemnation lose their power, and the shadows of shame melt away. Step into the light of my presence without fear. In me, you are free to become the person I created you to be. If your heart is weary, if you have been striving without rest, know that I offer you a place of quiet refuge. Let me lead you beside still waters to restore your soul. You do not have to carry the burdens of your past, nor the anxiety of your future. Hand them to me, and I will give you peace in exchange. Yes, there is still work to be done, and the journey will continue, but you do not face these tasks on your own. Lean on me for strength. Listen as my spirit gently teaches you the rhythms of grace. When life's pace feels relentless, pause and remember that you are held in my care. Trust that I know every detail of your life. I see the challenges you are about to encounter long before they arrive, and I prepare a way through them. I lead you with perfect wisdom, for I see far beyond your limited perspective. Rest in this knowledge, that you are never alone on this path. I desire communion with you, a deep and authentic relationship that surpasses mere obligation or ritual. I long for you to seek me wholeheartedly, to converse with me as a loving friend, and to listen for my gentle voice guiding you. You do not need eloquent words or a flawless record. You need only a heart willing to be humble, honest, and open. Come to me with your questions, your confusions, your celebrations, and your sorrows. Pour out the full depth of your soul, knowing there is no detail too small or trivial for my notice. I take delight in hearing you. Prayer is not a formula. It is the lifeblood of your connection with me. Through it, I speak truth and encouragement, helping you to see the world with new eyes, aligned with my heart of compassion. Sometimes my answers to your prayers may look different from what you initially asked for. Though you see only fragments, I see the full tapestry. What may seem like a detour to you is often a strategic rerouting toward greater blessings. Trust that my timing is perfect, even if it challenges your patience. I do not withhold good from you. On the contrary, I long to bless you in abundance, but I desire that these blessings be received with gratitude and stewarded with wisdom. Your growth matters to me. Sometimes that growth requires seasons of waiting or refining, where perseverance blooms and faith deepens. Do not fear these seasons. Embrace them, knowing I am actively shaping your character, preparing you for a future brimming with promise. I promise that those who wait upon me will rise on wings like eagles, finding renewed strength and courage for every new horizon. My child, reflect on the depth of my compassion and let it transform the way you see yourself and others. You are called to mirror my love to a world that is often lost in confusion and pain. When you show kindness to someone forgotten, you reflect a piece of my own heart. When you give without expecting anything in return, you participate in the divine flow of grace. Do not underestimate the power of compassion and empathy. Through simple acts of love, your life becomes a living testimony, a beacon of hope shining in the shadows. Remember, you do not do this alone. My spirit empowers you to reach beyond your comfort, to forgive when it's hard, and to serve even when no one applauds. As you share my love, you will find it multiplied in your own heart, bursting forth like a fountain of joy and fulfillment. Be a vessel of compassion and discover the profound satisfaction that comes from reflecting my heart to the hurting and marginalized. Life in this fallen world will inevitably bring challenges. Temptations, conflicts, and uncertainties arise, and your faith may waver under the pressures of daily existence. Yet I assure you, you are not defenseless. I have given you spiritual armor, truth, righteousness, peace, faith, salvation, and the sword of my word, so that you may stand firm in every trial. Clothe yourself each day with these divine gifts. Let your mind be renewed by the truth, replacing lies of unworthiness with the assurance that you are cherished. Choose the path of righteousness, letting my principles guide your choices. Stand in peace, refusing to allow discord to rule your life. Above all, hold on to faith in me, your unwavering foundation. Let salvation remind you of your eternal security, and wield the sword of my word when confusion clouds your perspective. As you do so, you will find a divine strength that transcends human understanding. When shadows from the past resurface, trying to pull you back into shame or guilt, recall that I have already covered every shortcoming, forgiven every failure, and redeemed every regret through my boundless mercy. You do not need to punish yourself for what I have forgiven. Release the burdens that weigh heavily on your shoulders, for they no longer have a right to bind you. You are a new creation, fashioned by grace. Lift your eyes from the ground and look toward the horizon of promise. Though you may still feel the scars of old wounds, see them now as symbols of healing, a testimony of how far you have come and how powerfully I have worked in your life. Place these memories in my hands. Let them be molded into something beautiful, a story of hope that can encourage others on their own journeys. In your relationships, strive for patience and humility. Human connections can be fragile, and miscommunications can cause pain. When conflicts arise, take a step back and remember to seek my guidance. I will teach you how to listen with empathy, how to speak words that heal instead of harm, and how to reconcile broken bonds. Forgiveness is central to my heart. It is not about ignoring the pain or pretending injustices never happened, but about choosing to release resentment and allowing my grace to restore. True reconciliation is an act of profound courage and humility, reflecting the forgiveness I have freely given you. In this process, you may find that your own heart becomes lighter, for resentment is a chain, but forgiveness is freedom, and I want you to walk in liberty each day. Extend this grace, knowing that I am working in the hearts of those around you, just as I am working in yours. Take comfort in the truth that I do not require you to face the unknown alone. I am your shepherd, guiding you through valleys of uncertainty and leading you to green pastures of solace. Even when you cannot see the next step, I am already preparing it. My wisdom surpasses every human limitation. When you seek me, I will provide clarity. Sometimes this clarity arrives as a gentle nudge in your spirit, a growing conviction, or an open door that appears just when you least expect it. Other times, it may come through the counsel of a trusted friend or the wisdom in my word. Remain open, stay attentive, and you will perceive my direction. Do not let fear of making the wrong choice paralyze you. Even if you stray off course, my grace gently redirects you. I use all your experiences, both successes and failures, to mold and strengthen you, leading you toward the fulfillment of the purpose I have set before you. Allow yourself to dream again, trusting that I have placed seeds of purpose within you. Do not bury your aspirations out of fear or discouragement. Nurture them with prayer, diligence, and faith. Even if those around you cannot see what I have planted, trust that I do. In the fullness of time, these seeds will sprout and grow, bearing fruit that will bless not only you, but also those you touch. Your gifts, talents, and passions are not random. They are carefully woven into the tapestry of your life for a reason. Embrace them, develop them, and use them for good. In your obedience and creativity, others will glimpse my handiwork. Remember that nothing is wasted in my kingdom. Even the smallest act done in love carries eternal significance. Remain faithful in small things, and I will entrust you with greater ones in due season. Though you live in a world that often equates success with wealth, status, or power, remember that I measure success differently. My definition centers on faithfulness, humility, love, and obedience. I do not evaluate you by comparing you to others. I look upon your heart and see whether it beats for me, whether it pours love onto those in need, whether it remains teachable and open. When you stand before me, titles will fade, accolades will vanish, and what will remain is the truth of who you became through my grace. Cling to these eternal values. Love deeply even when it costs you. Serve without seeking recognition. Offer kindness and mercy even when you receive none in return. Live in such a way that others see a reflection of me in your words and actions. This is your testimony, a life that points to me, the source of all true goodness and hope. My child, I know sometimes you feel as though you are walking through a wasteland, longing for a breakthrough that seems slow in arriving. You question if I am aware of your ache, if I've forgotten my promises, but I assure you, I am intimately involved in every step of your journey. I see the desert, and I see the vibrant garden that will one day spring forth. Even in the waiting, you are growing stronger. Like a seed beneath the soil, roots of perseverance stretch deep into the earth before the stem breaks through. This hidden work is vital, though often invisible to the human eye. Do not lose heart in seasons of waiting. Use these moments to draw nearer to me, to learn my voice, and to cultivate patience. At the proper time, you will see the fruit of your faithfulness. You will testify that my plans were always good, that my hand never left you, and that every delay had purpose. In the midst of these shifting sands, fix your eyes on the eternal. The world around you changes rapidly. Seasons of joy transform into seasons of sorrow, and what was once familiar can become foreign. But I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. My love is not swayed by the passing trends or the upheavals of politics and culture. It remains constant, a steadfast anchor in every kind of storm. Take courage in that truth. Let it shape your perspective, so that even when you stand on unsteady ground, you can remain secure. My child, you are an heir to an unshakable kingdom, and your citizenship is in heaven. Though you walk this earth, your destiny is woven into the eternal realm. Live with this hope, and no matter what trials come your way, they will not overwhelm you. I want to remind you that you have an inheritance in me that is incorruptible, immeasurable, and unending. I place eternal life before you, not just life that continues forever, but life that overflows with joy, peace, and fullness of purpose here and now. My kingdom is not merely a distant promise reserved for the afterlife. It is a present reality that breaks into your daily existence. Let my kingdom values guide your thoughts and actions. Seek my righteousness, and you will discover a peace that the world cannot replicate. The fleeting comforts that people often chase are poor substitutes for what I offer. True richness is found in communion with me, in a heart that overflows with gratitude, and in a life that mirrors my love. Come, experience the depth of belonging to me, of knowing that you are forever mine. In those moments when condemnation tries to creep into your heart, recall the sacrifice I made for you. I paid the highest price so you could be free from the shackles of sin. Whenever you feel unworthy, remember that I have covered you with my righteousness, so you stand blameless before me. Whenever guilt whispers you are not deserving of my goodness, answer with the truth that I have declared you worthy through my mercy. My forgiveness is a gift that cannot be earned, only received with humility and gratitude. Let this assurance dismantle every chain of shame. Let it fill you with a renewed desire to walk closely with me, motivated by love rather than fear or obligation. This is grace in action, that you are transformed from within by the depth of my compassion. Your prayers matter to me. The heartfelt cries, the thankful praises, the honest confessions, and the reverent awe. Each expression of your heart draws you closer to my own. Do not doubt that I hear and respond. Sometimes my answer is immediate, a sudden burst of light illuminating a dark situation. Other times my answer unfolds over weeks, months, or even years, as part of a larger tapestry you cannot yet see. Rest in the knowledge that delay does not mean denial. I am at work in every season, weaving strands of your life into a beautiful design. In times of waiting, remember that I am sovereign. I hold the beginning and the end. My timeline may not align with yours, but my faithfulness never wavers. Keep praying, keep hoping, keep seeking. The seeds you sow today in faith will yield a harvest of blessings at the appointed time. Do not underestimate the power of worship. When you shift your focus from problems to my presence, from anxieties to adoration, Your soul finds alignment with heaven's perspective. In the midst of your greatest battles, praise can become the weapon that brings victory. Even when heaviness tries to cling to your spirit, lifting your heart in worship illuminates the darkness. It reminds you of who I am and who you are in me. Let my love pour into your heart, dispelling every lie that has tried to root itself in your mind. Through worship, you create a dwelling place for my spirit. You find that my peace surpasses all understanding, and in that peace, there is abundant life. Continue to give me praise, not because I need it to prove my worth, but because in the act of worship, you discover anew the source of all worthiness. You may notice that sometimes I speak in a whisper. I do so because I want you to draw near, to quiet the noise that surrounds you, so you can learn the subtleties of my voice. In a world filled with endless clamor, discernment is key. Be still and know that I am God. In that stillness, fears lose their power and doubts shrink in the light of my truth. I am not distant. I dwell in the secret place of your spirit, constantly inviting you to commune with me. Whether in laughter or tears, triumph or failure, I remain accessible. You don't need to strive or earn your way into my presence. You simply need to come as you are. Surrender the burdens you carry, trusting that I will hold them. When you do, your heart expands, and you experience a deeper intimacy that refreshes your soul. As you walk through your day, be mindful of the small miracles that surround you. The sunrise that warms your face, the gentle breeze that brushes against your skin, the unexpected acts of kindness that brighten your path. All these are hints of my loving care. I speak through nature, through people, through quiet moments of reflection, reminding you that you are never alone. I know the questions that stir in your heart, the things you grapple with but cannot fully articulate. Bring them to me. I am not afraid of your doubts, and I welcome your honesty. A genuine search for truth always leads to my heart. When answers elude you, cling to what you know, that I am good, I am sovereign, and I love you beyond measure. This unwavering foundation will keep you steady when the winds of uncertainty blow. My grace is vast, but do not see it as an excuse to remain stagnant. It is an invitation to rise to new heights of faith and obedience. Yes, I accept you as you are, but I also love you too much to leave you as you are. I want to form you into a reflection of my heart. This process is not instantaneous. It is a lifelong journey of transformation, where each challenge is an opportunity for growth, each failure a lesson in humility, each victory a moment to acknowledge my strength working in you. Remain pliable, teachable, and open, for I am the potter and you are the clay. In my hands, the shattered pieces of your life become a masterpiece. Do not fear the shaping process, even when the pressure feels intense. Trust that I have a vision for you that is more glorious than you can imagine. Let me refine you in love, and you will find unparalleled freedom and purpose. I long for your heart to be filled with compassion for those who do not yet know me. There are many whose lives are bound by fear, anger, or despair, and they need the hope you carry. Be my hands and feet in a hurting world. Reach out with empathy, stand against injustice with courage, and proclaim my message of reconciliation. I have entrusted you with the light of the gospel, that through you it might touch those who wander in darkness. You do not have to be perfect to shine this light. Simply let my love flow through your imperfections, your authentic struggles, and your genuine care. This is how hearts are transformed. One act of kindness, one word of encouragement, one gesture of mercy at a time. And as you pour yourself out, I will replenish you. Give freely and you will discover that in my kingdom, generosity multiplies blessing. When bitterness knocks on the door of your heart, when resentment builds walls between you and your neighbor, remember that such burdens poison the soul. Let forgiveness and mercy triumph. I forgave you freely, and in that same spirit, I call you to forgive. It may seem impossible to let go of certain hurts, but nothing is impossible with me. I will give you the strength to release the pain and move forward unencumbered. Forgiveness does not negate justice. It positions your heart to let me handle what is beyond your control. As you relinquish bitterness, you make room for my healing power, both in your life and in the life of the one who wronged you. I want you to walk in this freedom, not bound by grudges or the weight of past offenses. Let every root of bitterness be pulled up, and let love grow in its place. I see the dreams you have set aside, the aspirations you once carried, but now hesitate to embrace. Perhaps fear has paralyzed you, or rejection has discouraged you, yet I am the one who placed those longings in your heart. I do not desire that you live a life consumed by mediocrity or stifled by regret. I want you to dare to believe again. Step out in faith, trusting that I will direct your steps. Even if you stumble, I will catch you. Even if others scoff, I will cheer you on. Let your faith be greater than your fear. Whatever project, calling, or vision you hold deep within, if it aligns with the goodness and truth of my kingdom, know that I will bless your efforts. Do not bury your gifts. Invest them and watch how I multiply the fruit. Through your perseverance, you will become a beacon of hope, encouraging others to follow their own divine callings. At times, you may feel inadequate, convinced that others are more skilled, more charismatic, or more prepared. Yet I choose the weak to confound the strong. I choose the humble, because in humility there is room for my power to shine. You do not need to have all the answers. You need only to be willing. Offer me your loaves and fish, and see how I feed the multitude. In your hands, the offering seems small, but in my hands it becomes a feast. This is how I work, through hearts that say yes despite trembling or hesitation. I'm not looking for perfect vessels, but for open ones. Remain open to my leading. You will see that even your limitations can become platforms for my glory. Where you are weak, I am strong. Where you are lost, I am the way. Place your trust in me, and I will not fail you. Gratitude is the key to an abundant life. In every situation, there is something to be thankful for because my grace sustains you. Whether in joy or in sorrow, in plenty or in want, a grateful heart remains anchored in my faithfulness. Thanksgiving lifts your gaze from what you lack to what you have, reminding you that I am always providing for your needs. Let gratitude flow from your lips, and you will see how it transforms your perspective. Complaints weigh the heart down, but gratitude lifts it up. Practice this daily and watch how your spirit shifts from heaviness to hope, from sorrow to praise. In everything give thanks, for this is a posture of trust, a recognition that I am indeed at work, even when the outcome is not yet evident. Remember that life is fleeting. This truth should not cause you despair, but encourage you to make each day count for eternity. Your days on this earth are but a breath compared to the everlasting realm you will one day inherit. Live with eternity in view. Let it shape your choices, your attitudes, and your pursuits. You are an eternal being designed for communion with me. Everything else is temporary. Invest in what matters: love, faith, and hope. Store up treasures in heaven where they will never decay. Share your life with others. Be generous, be joyful, be fearless in doing good. Pour into the next generation. Teach them of my ways. Extend compassion to the lonely. Shelter the vulnerable. Speak words that heal rather than harm. Each act of kindness echoes into eternity, bearing fruit that will never perish. My beloved child, I have never once looked away from you. My gaze is constant. My thoughts toward you outnumber the grains of sand. When you awake in the morning, my arms are open to guide you. When you lay your head to rest at night, my presence watches over you. I celebrate your joys. I mourn your losses. I rejoice over your victories, and I comfort you in your defeats. This is the intimacy of my relationship with you. Take heart and stand firm in the knowledge that you are surrounded by my love. Let this love fortify your heart against despair, reminding you that no trial will ever consume you as long as you abide in me. Even when your faith flickers like a dying candle, my spirit fans it gently back to life. Even when darkness closes in, my light remains, unwavering and triumphant. Now I invite you to draw even nearer, to open every part of your life to my transformative presence. Cast aside whatever walls you have built, walls of doubt, fear, bitterness, or pride. Let them fall before my mercy, which knows no limit. Receive the fullness of my grace, for it is yours to claim. Let your soul breathe freely in the atmosphere of my acceptance. Come to me not with pretense or guardedness, but with authenticity and hope. I welcome you as you are, yet I promise you will not remain the same when you encounter my heart. Here, in this sacred union, is where healing begins, where brokenness is mended, where new life emerges from the ashes of defeat. I extend my hand to you now. Will you place your hand in mine and embark on a renewed journey of faith? No matter how many mistakes you have made, how many detours you have taken, or how many regrets you hold, know that I specialize in redemption. Nothing is beyond my power to restore. Look to the stories that fill my word. Stories of transformation, from brokenness to wholeness, from bondage to liberty, from death to life. This is my signature, written across every generation. This same power is at work in you. Even now I am rewriting chapters of your story, infusing them with hope and purpose. Do not resist my grace. Let it wash over every part of your life, saturating you with compassion, humility, and love. You are never disqualified from my plans. My call on your life remains firm, waiting for the moment you step out in trust. Embrace it. Let it revive your spirit, unleashing the divine spark I placed within you before time began. And so, I call you to renewal. Open your heart once more. Confess your fears, your sins, your hurts, and your dreams. Let me breathe new life into them. I will cleanse you, strengthen you, and equip you for every good work. I invite you to come to the well of my presence and drink deeply of my peace. Let it wash away the weariness of yesterday, restoring you for the journey ahead. Hear my voice beckoning you to rise, for you were created for such a time as this. You are part of a grand tapestry of faith, and your role is unique. I have chosen you not by accident or whim, but by deliberate intention. Step forward with confidence, for I stand with you. Now, my beloved child, I reaffirm my eternal love for you. This love does not ebb and flow like human affection. It is the constant background of your existence, a love so vast it surpasses the boundaries of comprehension. Nothing you do can diminish it. Nothing you face can extinguish it. I hold you securely in my hands, and no force in heaven or on earth can snatch you away. Let this knowledge be your anchor. When storms threaten to overwhelm you, hold on to my promise. I will never leave you or forsake you. Your life is precious in my sight, your future secure in my plan, and your spirit forever cherished in my heart. Let us walk forward together, united in a bond that cannot be broken. Open your soul to me, and together we will write a story of grace, triumph, and eternal hope. Come and be renewed. Come and rest in my love. Come and let me be your guiding light in every season, your unfailing support, and your dearest companion. I wait for you with arms wide open, longing to enfold you in the warmth of my everlasting presence. I love you now. I have loved you always, and I will love you beyond the limitations of time. Step into this truth and experience the fullness of life that I have prepared for you. You are mine, and I am forever yours. Let us begin again, right here, in this sacred moment of surrender and hope.
In the stillness of your heart I speak. When the world falls silent, my voice you seek. I've heard your cries in the dark of night, gathered your tears in mercy's light. Before you spoke your very first word, I knew your dreams. I formed your soul with hands of grace and called you into my embrace. I am here, I am near. Through the storm, through the fear, hold on, child, don't let go. I'm the light when shadows grow. When the path is hidden from your view, and doubt tries to weaken you, trust my heart, I've gone before. Through desert sands to heaven's door. Your worth is more than what they see. You are my child, you're loved by me. No sin too great, no fall too far. My grace will heal your every scar. I am here, I am when your soul feels dry. Come rest in my waters, lift your eyes to the sky. I'm the river that cleanses, the bread that sustains. In your weakness I'm strongest, my love breaks the chains. I am here, I am near, through the storm